Hello people of YouTube! Today we're covering the complete installation of the 60-inch Kayden ceiling fan by Home Decorators collection. If you found this video, you might be stuck in your own installation, you're looking for some help, we're here to do just that. We've already unpacked the fan, but we're going to install this thing step by step, all the way to turning it on, and everything in between. So if you want to just skip ahead, you can use the links down below and that'll take you to any step in the installation process. Or you can watch the whole video because I'm such a fun and charming guy. If you find this video helpful, please click like and subscribe down below. That'll help other people find it as well. Now on to our regularly scheduled program. Anyway, some notes about the fan. It is a DC motor fan. It gives you 5 different speed settings, and it is Energy Star rated for increased energy efficiency. It has a 6-way color changing LED light kit that gives you options from 2700K warm white all the way up to 6500K daylight deluxe, so it'll easily blend with your house's current lighting system. Has some quick install features like a slide-on mounting bracket and a twist and lock light shade to make installation easier. And the remote receiver has some quick connect wire harness plugs to make connecting the receiver to the fan that much easier as well. Just a couple of other notes, it is a dual mount fan, meaning that it can be hung from a standard flat ceiling with the included downrod, or it could be hung from a higher angled ceiling with an extension downrod that you'd purchase separately. It is an indoor and covered outdoor fan, meaning that it's damp rated, perfect for use for covered outdoor areas like porches and patios, but looks great indoors as well. And as stated, it does include a remote control, and the remote control has a wall cradle that you can store the remote when it's not in use. Just a couple of notes before we get started. You want to make sure that the electricity is turned off at the breaker box and at the wall switch. If you don't feel comfortable working around electricity, please consult with a licensed electrician. And one other note is if you're hanging this fan where you just had a light fixture on your ceiling, you need to make sure that the outlet box is clearly marked acceptable for fan support. If not, you'll need to replace that before beginning. So as you can see here, we've already unpacked the fan and we've opened up the manual to the parts page. Now we're just going to go over all the parts to make sure that we have everything before beginning, and that way we don't get stuck along the way. So first up, you have the mounting bracket. This comes pre-installed inside the canopy with the canopy ring, and we'll show you in the first step how to remove that to get started. You'll have 3 injection molded ABS blades. You have the decorative motor collar cover, the LED light kit, the light kit pan, the shatter resistant plastic shade, the ball and downrod assembly, the fan motor. You have the remote and receiver. Now the remote does include a wall cradle for convenient storage when it's not in use, and the remote also includes the batteries for your convenience. Now if installing this with an extension downrod, you'll also have this bit of extension wiring that easily plugs into the fan to make installation easy. And you also have this hardware pack. This has the plastic wire nuts, the blade attachment screws, and the hanger and locking pin. Just some tools we're going to need for this project. You'll need a Phillips head screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver. You might need some wire cutters and strippers. We like to have a line voltage tester on hand just to make sure the wires aren't live before beginning. You'll need some electrical tape, and of course a ladder. So we have everything here. We're ready to begin. Let's do this. The mounting bracket comes pre-installed inside the canopy with the decorative ring attached. To remove the mounting bracket, first pull off the decorative ring. It's magnetic, so it just pulls off. You'll notice an alignment post at the base of the canopy. You'll need to loosen but not remove the 2 screws in the base of the canopy, enough so that that alignment post can exit that hole. Once those 2 screws are loosened, you'll simply lift and twist the mounting bracket to remove it from the canopy. This fan features a slide-on mounting bracket for easy installation. The bracket has 2 keyhole slots that will align with the 2 screws in the outlet box. Simply align the slots of the mounting bracket with the screws in the outlet box and then slide to hold in place before tightening. This is just a demonstration. To install the mounting bracket, begin by using a Phillips head screwdriver to loosen but not remove the 2 screws in the outlet box. Next, feed the house supply lines through the mounting bracket and align the slots of the mounting bracket with the screws that were loosened in the outlet box. Then slide the mounting bracket into place. Then, use a Phillips head screwdriver to completely tighten both of the outlet box screws and secure the mounting bracket. Make sure that both screws are completely tightened. The blade's attached to the fan using 4 screws. There are 2 holes on the top edge of the blade that will align with the 2 holes on the top of the motor, and 2 holes towards the bottom edge of the blade that will align with the 2 holes on the base of the motor. To attach the blade, slide the blade onto the motor. Align the 2 holes on the top edge of the blade with the 2 holes on the top of the motor. Using the blade attachment screws from the hardware pack, start 1 screw into each of the 2 top holes. Once those 2 screws are set, flip the fan over and start a screw in each of the other 2 holes at the bottom of the fan. Repeat this process for the 2 remaining blades. Once all the blades are set and the screws are placed, use a Phillips head screwdriver to completely tighten the 6 screws on the top side of the fan and then the 6 screws at the bottom side of the fan. Make sure all 12 blade attachment screws are completely tightened before proceeding. Before routing the wires through the ball and downrod assembly, gently pull the green wire from inside the ball and downrod assembly. Next, place the downrod through the canopy so that the largest opening of the canopy is on the ball side. Next, place the decorative ring on the downrod, making sure that the black side with the slots is touching the canopy. The last piece is a decorative motor collar cover. Place that on the downrod so that the largest opening is facing towards the threaded end of the downrod. Before routing the wires and installing the downrod, you'll first need to loosen but not remove the set screw on the motor collar. Use a flathead screwdriver to loosen but not remove this screw. Insert the ends of the wires through the threaded end of the ball and downrod assembly until they exit through the ball portion, and gently pull them through until the downrod meets the motor collar. Before screwing the downrod into the motor collar, it's important to note the holes at the end of the downrod that will align with the holes on either side of the motor collar once the downrod is completely screwed in. Attach the downrod to the fan by screwing the downrod into the motor collar. When completing this step, make sure the holes at the end of the downrod align with the holes in the motor collar. Insert the hanger pin located in the hardware pack through 1 hole of the motor collar so that it exits the opposite side. Secure the hanger pin by placing the locking pin through the holes at the end of the hanger pin until it snaps into place. Once the locking pin is set, use a flathead screwdriver to completely tighten the set screw on the motor collar. Then slide the motor collar cover down until it meets the fan. Before hanging the fan, it's important to note the slot in the ball that will engage the tab in the mounting bracket. When hanging, you'll insert the ball into the mounting bracket and then rotate the fan assembly until you feel the slot engage the tab. This is just a close-up demonstration. To hang the fan, lift the fan assembly up to the ceiling. Note the location of the slot that will align with the tab in the mounting bracket. Insert the ball into the mounting bracket and then rotate the entire fan assembly until you feel that tab engage the slot. The fan will drop into place when properly seated. When installing the receiver, you'll notice one side has 2 plugs. Those will connect to the fan wiring. The other side of the receiver has 3 wires that will connect to the house wiring. Make sure the flat side of the receiver is facing towards the ceiling, and then insert the receiver antenna end first through the mounting bracket so that it rests on top of the ball and downrod. Begin making the wire connections by connecting the small wire plug from the receiver to the small wire plug from the fan. Once that connection is made, move that wire out of the way, and then connect the large wire plug from the receiver to the large wire plug from the fan. The plugs will snap together when properly connected. Next, take the green wire from the ball and downrod assembly and the green wire from the mounting bracket and connect that with the green wire from the receiver. Twist those wires together and then twist those wires together with the bare copper house wire. This is the ground connection. Once all those wires are twisted together, secure the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Next, take the white wire from the receiver and twist that wire together with the white wire from the house. This is the neutral connection. Secure the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Complete the wiring by taking the black wire from the receiver and twisting that wire together with the black wire from the house supply lines. This is the power connection. Secure the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Once all the wiring connections are completed, gently tuck the wires around the mounting bracket to make room for the canopy to attach. The canopy attaches to the mounting bracket using 2 keyhole slots on either side of the canopy that will align with the 2 screws at the base of the mounting bracket. Align those holes with the screws in the mounting bracket and push the canopy up so the screws come through the keyhole slots, and then twist to hold the canopy in place. Use a Phillips head screwdriver to tighten those screws and secure the canopy. You can tilt the fan to make extra room for the screwdriver to access the screws. Make sure both screws are completely tight. The decorative ring is magnetic. You just need to align the slots of the decorative ring with the 2 screws at the base of the canopy, and then slide the decorative ring up, and it will attach itself to the bottom of the canopy. The light kit pan attaches to the fan using 2 keyhole slots and 1 standard screw hole. Those will align with the 3 screws in the black bracket in the base of the motor. Begin by loosening but not removing 2 of the 3 screws, and then loosen and remove and save the 3rd screw. And feed the light wire through the center hole of the light kit pan. Then align the 2 keyhole slots of the light kit pan with the 2 screws that were loosened in the black bracket at the base of the motor. Push up and twist to hold the light kit pan in place. Then use the screw that was removed and saved and insert that screw into the standard screw hole of the light kit pan and use a Phillips head screwdriver to tighten that screw. Once that screw is tightened, completely tighten the 2 remaining screws. Make sure all 3 screws are completely tight. The LED light kit attaches to the fan in the same way, using 2 keyhole slots and 1 standard screw hole. These will align with the 3 screws in the light kit pan. Begin by first removing and saving 1 screw, and then loosening, but not removing, the 2 remaining screws in the light kit pan. Next, connect the LED module to the fan by inserting the plugs from the LED module into the wires from the fan. Connect the white wire from the LED module to the white wire from the fan, and the black wire from the LED module to the blue wire from the fan. The plugs will snap together when properly inserted. Once the wire connections are made, tuck the wires up into the light kit pan and align the keyhole slots of the light kit with the 2 screws that were loosened in the light kit pan. Press up and twist to engage those 2 screws. Then use the screw that was removed and saved and insert that into the standard screw hole of the light kit and completely tighten using a Phillips head screwdriver. Once that screw is completely tighten the 2 remaining screws in the light kit pan. The light shade uses a twist lock system to connect to the fan. There are 3 flat sides on the light shade that will align with the 3 nubs inside the light kit pan. Align the flat sides of the light shade with the 3 nubs in the light kit pan, then press the light shade up and twist clockwise until tight. Before using the remote, you'll need to insert the batteries that were included. Slide the battery compartment cover off the back of the remote and then insert the batteries according to the diagram inside the battery compartment. Once the batteries are inserted, replace the battery cover by sliding it onto the back of the remote. This fan features a full-featured remote control. Press the power button to turn the fan and light off. Press the power button again to turn the fan and light back on to its last settings. Press and hold this button for 5 seconds to activate the walk-away time delay. The light will dim briefly 50% to let you know this feature is activated, and then the fan and light will turn off in about a minute. Press the fan speed button to cycle through the fan's 5 speeds, starting with high all the way to low. Press and release the light button to turn the light on or off. Press and hold the light button to cycle through the light's brightness settings. The light will cycle from bright to dim back to bright. Release the button when the desired level of brightness is achieved. Press and release the color temperature button to cycle through the light's 6 color temperature settings, ranging from 2700K warm white to 6500K daylight deluxe. Press and release the reverse button to change the fan's direction. The fan must be on and running before pressing this button. The fan will slow to a stop and then start back up in the opposite direction. The remote comes paired with the ceiling fan from the factory, but if you have more than one remote control ceiling fan in the house, it may be necessary to change the frequency of the remote. To change the frequency, start with the power to the fan turned off at the breaker box or at the wall switch, and then change the position of the dip switch in the battery compartment of the remote. Return power to the fan at the breaker box and wall switch, and within 30 seconds, press and release the Learn button in the battery compartment of the remote control. If pairing is successful, the fan's light will blink. To attach the wall cradle to the wall, begin by removing the screw cover by sliding it out of the wall cradle. Then choose a position on the wall where you'd like to store the remote when not in use. Use the included screws and a Phillips head screwdriver to attach the wall cradle to the wall. Make sure both screws are tight. You may want to use anchors that are also provided when attaching the wall cradle to the wall. Once the screws are tight, reinsert the screw cover into the slots of the wall cradle. When starting the fan, you may notice that the fan moves back and forth or seems to stutter before starting up. This is completely normal for a DC motor ceiling fan. This is just the magnetic poles in the DC motor aligning and starting the fan up. Congratulations, your ceiling fan installation is now complete. Time to sit back, relax with a nice tall beverage, and enjoy your new ceiling fan. As always, thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please click like and subscribe down below, and that'll help other people find it as well. And as we always say around here, keep it breezy.